go in. Let's check out the madness. Pinball PA. Oh my gosh, this is unbelievable. Are you ready to have your mind blown, people? Whoa. Wow. Just amazing. All right, everybody. We are here with Ed Beeler, the curator of Pinball PA.
Yep.
In Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And Ed, what was your inspiration for getting into the hobby and getting all the games?
I mean, I've been in this hobby a long time, working for different guys and just doing repairs. And Western Pennsylvania has always had a lot of stuff packed everywhere. So, you know, I've had collections and games and whatever, but there was no point for anyone to, you know, have put together this kind of collection with other people or whatever, but to not let people use it, because I'm sure there's a lot of people that you and I both know that have this much stuff and more packed into a warehouse somewhere, but nobody can ever see it or play it. So that's what it was meant for. I mean, it was meant to be used. So, yep. I mean, you really, yeah, unless you're a wholesaler or a dealer or a collector who likes to keep it to yourself and buy and sell and trade. But, you know, it really meant to be seen, you know, a collection of this nature. So we have historical perspective, old, because we are a real working museum. I said it's a job that I always wanted to curate and fix and repair and restore and, you know, just play around with games all day. So,
Amazing.
yeah, we have some of the things that you can't play necessarily or aren't meant for public use anymore. Stampers and gun games that are impossible to fix, and a couple wood rails. And then we opened a couple games up to show people. Everyone asks what's inside, how they work, and that's part of the tours for schools for the STEM and STEAM and all the things that schools require for field trips. But it's a fun field trip for kids. There's no question.
Well, they love it.
It's kind of funny though. We have to teach the little kids how to play because they don't really know how to play pinball. They'll walk away, play one ball, or they don't know what to do with the flipper buttons, things like that. So I guess kids are used to pushing the screen nowadays, touching the screen, and you know, using an 18-way joystick or an Xbox control or whatever. So, but we do have other stuff here for the kids, air hockey and bubble hockey, skee ball. But they always like pinball. They always like Pac-Man and Donkey Kong and all the.
Nice.
So there's about 420 pieces in here. We do rotate in and out as repairs dictate or as time, you know, whenever we get to it. So it's a full-time job for me, that's for sure. Repairing
How many hours a week do you put into repairs, do you think?
pretty much here all weekend, most nights. So yeah, it just never ends. I don't count because it's too much. We can't do it. Yeah, we have a lot of interesting. We did a Fix It Felix, we did a Pauline Donkey Kong, we did a Donkey Kong remix. We put our Cloak and Dagger into an original Agent X reproduction cabinet. There's a lot of rare games here, Warrior and Space War. We have a Thunderball, Williams Thunderball is one of 4 in the world. Yeah, just a lot of unusual stuff. Certainly have the commons as well that everyone wants to play. Well, it's got Galaga and Donkey Kong, that type of thing, but a little bit for everybody, that's for sure. So.
Okay, Ed, the big question is, what's your favorite? You got to have. I know it's hard to just say one game.
I don't have an answer.
What's the game that plunged you into all this? Was there a game that you just knew that you wanted to do something like this because of that one game?
Yeah, I started with the worst game possible because the first pinball machine that I got was Black Hole, and Haunted House was shortly after that. So certainly cutting your teeth on the worst. And this is long before internet stuff too, where you could buy reproduction parts and you know, get all the information you needed to fix something. So yeah, kind of game you're under the playfield a lot more than.
Rotten Dog, and now we can get these things working again.
Yeah, and they're still broken even with brand new parts because it's a Gottlieb System 80.
They play better than they used to.
Yeah, but yeah, it makes Bally repair a lot easier and Williams stuff, but it costs a lot more money too.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's what we run on here though. We get a lot of nice donations from people, just games, and you know, then the crowds come and play. So we have corporate events and birthday parties, so everyone gets to it. But it's funny because the kids' parties, they'll come with 25 kids and 35 parents. because the parents are more interested
Parents
sometimes.
are dummies.
Yeah, they know where it's better than a Chuck E. Cheese party.
Right.
So, but yeah, any questions about any of the specific games, we can talk about it. So,
All right, everybody. We're following Ed down the road games, and we
So,
are going to take a look at
it's still
Cloak and Dagger.
it still says Cloak and Dagger on the screen. It's still a Cloak and Dagger board set. The original kit was for all the Williams games, or most of the Williams games anyway. Joust, Stargate. Ours was in a Defender cabinet, which according to Rick Ford from Pittsburgh as well, who made this artwork and everything to put in this cabinet, said that the Defender was the hardest one to get because it has a lot more art on it. But so
It looks better.
this is a Crystal Castles cabinet actually. This is what it came in as a prototype. So we used an old Crystal Castles cabinet, converted it back with the art that Rick and this old game made. So it's the same game. I believe you can put ROMs in it that make it say Agent X, but it's the same game. So,
Sweet.
but yeah, it's just nice to have it in the prototype cabinet. So,
I'm going to take some shots of it here. Yeah, that's a beautiful cabinet.
and it was a blown out Crystal Castles cabinet, so it didn't make any difference.
Oh, you got more than one.
You could put it in a millipede cabinet too, I think.
I like the way
I like the recessed speaker grill.
Yeah, and when Rick made the art package with this old game, he made a number of different pieces to it because it could say Crystal Castles, it said Agent X in gray, and then this part was gray and it had different outlines around the speaker grills. So there was he did the whole package. He did the paper for the back door and everything. He was pretty thorough. So, but Rick wanted to do it. So
Oh, I love it.
yeah.
Yes.
super rare.
I remember playing it at a mall in Georgia with my cousin, like when I was 10. 2 players. Tim Skelly designed this game.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of hacks out there for it now. You can do different things with the swords because you essentially have to push the button to move your sword in any different direction and then to stop your warrior. But the 3D graphics are just amazing with the black light
you'll ever see.
and they can fall down in the hole in the middle.
Yeah, that's killer.
And you can drag them in. So yeah, I believe Frank Miller, the comic guy, did the artwork.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, incredibly rare piece. So the Cinematronics games do. There was a couple more here, but as they have problems, I have to pull them off the floor, just like that in the Atari XY games and the Sega Go8 games that are troublesome. So, but that's monitors and things like that are everyday deal here. So black and white stuff especially.
This is about as rare as it gets for Gottlieb. Well,
Oh,
for Gottlieb
yeah.
for the Sega, I should say.
That's right. The
You
reactor.
got another mic? You want to jump on it?
No, I'll just-
okay.
We got the Mad Planets, the reactor, and then I actually just did a video, guys, with Jeffrey Lee. He was talking about Three Stooges.
Oh yeah. Certainly not the greatest game, but it's interesting anyway. Most people don't understand it, but yeah, you have to do everything the Three Stooges do, poke them in the eye.
That's incredible.
Nice piece to have here, but I think Reactor's probably a
that's
nicer, fun game.
So you got you're right. That is a rare
There's your big
row.
Three Gottlieb right there.
Yep. You got
Yeah,
Mad Planets,
Cubert's certainly common,
Reactor, and Three Stooges. Some pretty rare Gottlieb games,
You
right?
got a working Buck Rogers, which you
in,
never
a,
see.
in a working Buck Rogers.
I can attest to that.
but together.
Yeah, that Sega should be with those two.
You don't think I'm sick of moving games yet?
No,
So Ed's even got a working full.
moving games, sore subject.
What?
Moving games, sore subject.
Oh, that's sore
Just move it
subject.
around.
Oh, sore subject. It's the Crow. Yeah, we rock. Oh, that's gorgeous. I've seen Foo Fights out there, but you're right. A lot of people seem to want to get that one.
Yeah. You got to have the
The disco joystick or whatever that is.
well, yeah, with a new grommet so it stays centered. It doesn't play right without.
I think that joystick is probably the biggest reason you don't see as many restorations
yeah.
as we'd like to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because people can't find that joystick.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Red Baron stick, but not exactly. As far as the joystick itself goes, it's the XY mechanism that is similar.
Pinball is so cool.
He loves that thing.
But oh yeah,
We used to go to the auctions, you hardly get any attention.
yeah.
It's also smaller than it
It appears,
you think
yeah.
it'll be.
It was a big Kennywood game here, the amusement park. It was always there. Unfortunately, the tilt feature, as you remember when you push down on it, somebody must have broken the whole thing off at one point because it has door brackets down or shelf brackets, so it doesn't tilt. But you know what? There it is. So.
That's cool. Yeah, that's really neat.
You got an assault.
I got an assault.
This game doesn't get a lot of love, but
Hard to find. Yours have the feathers in it?
it has feathers in it.
It's
Yeah.
on Jeff that this game actually, I don't know, is it a certain time it blows the feathers out?
After every round,
Yeah, that's cool.
after every round it opens a. They're in between the two pieces of glass,
Okay.
and there's a little box of them, and the solenoid pulls open.
Does it just turn a fan on?
No, the fan runs all the time. The solenoid pulls open and lets them out. I think we need some new ones that kind of stick together a little bit, but here they
If you
come.
clear this level, you'll see.
Yeah, that's pretty rare.
See the feathers?
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
they should come up a little bit more, but I
Oh,
think
neat.
we probably need some new feathers. But apparently that's the reason that all these glasses are bad, because the feathers scratch the glass.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I've read anyway. So.
Jeff had never seen one till tonight. That is one of the coolest games you'll ever see.
I don't think it was a big hit, but it's the cabinet is unusual.
That's so wild.
It is so wide, or deep, I mean.
Yeah, we saved it from a rainy warehouse, so the cabinet on top is not too good. We had to remake a marquee, Photoshop and whatnot. But I think the neatest part is the little spaceship inside that
that's
turns,
that's the coolest
and it
thing
lights it
ever.
up. So yeah, it's all backlit, reverse lit mirror.
That is so cool.
But yeah, all about the black lights, and this is really cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Now, what's the tie-in with this game with Wacko?
This is the second one.
This is the sequel?
Yeah, it was the second appearance of
Right.
Captain Cruiser. Yeah. I don't think
that's
anybody gets
sweet.
either one of them, to be honest with you, this one or Wacko. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks great. Even the artwork still looks pretty good.
And I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but what we did, we put a QR code on all the games.
Cool, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So come in with your smartphone, scan it, and it doesn't just shoot you to KLOV. We actually made all the websites, web pages with the details on the games or what we want to say about them. So
It's a great idea.
yeah, it's pretty helpful.
Very cool.
Soccer, Atari soccer.
Yeah, these were mostly exported to Ireland. In fact, this one was made in Ireland. I mean, certainly soccer's been around, but this wasn't popular at the time when you were playing Atari football. Not around here, so.
Look how the players are more detailed than they are on football, which is just X and O's.
You get this thing with 4 players, it's fun, and it'll wear you out too because it's like soccer. You know, you got to go the whole time, and to get a goal is difficult. So, but yeah, 4 people on it's
You
fun.
have to play with the actual soccer gloves.
You need them. I mean, pinch.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I was showing this to Jeff earlier. I said it's the only one I've ever seen. In fact, the baseball one you own is rare.
Yeah, we have to put that one together yet, but I think it's probably pretty dull. You know, I think it's probably pretty dull. I think that's what it was known as.
Well, the baseball games are like
Yeah, is that, I noticed that cabinet, is that a...
It's well, most of the Red Baron games that you would see came in the Battlezone cabinet with new artwork, but this actually is Red Baron number 2, serial number 2.
wow.
So it's the original design that they intended, whatever. Jeff Rothy has a blog and has information on it as well. It came with a manual that said Red Baron Cabaret, and then they put a sticker over Cabaret. So I don't know if I don't know the whole.
Thinking about a cabaret? Or they tried and we're like, nah, it didn't work?
Not sure, but this is, when you look at the number on the back, it says 002.
I mean, really, they could have done a Battlezone cabaret with one stick, right?
Yeah, but it's that same gimbal type joystick as Food Fight essentially, but yeah, totally different than any other Red Baron you're going to see.
Yeah, that's
But
sweet.
there are others that exist, I think. So.
Yeah, we noticed that when we walked by earlier.
Well, yeah, the really rare stuff jumps out at me.
All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Arcade Hollywood. Special thanks to Pinball PA for the full access tour. I encourage everybody out there to please put Pinball PA on your video game and pinball game destination list. It's absolutely insane. It's awesome. Go to www.pinballpa.com for more information. Part 2 of this video will be coming very soon. Also, don't forget about AVGR Expo coming at the end of August 2016. Please go to www.avgrexpo.com for more information regarding the first annual Arcade Video and Game Room Expo. Rob Burke wants everybody out there to come to Chicago August 25th through the 27th. There's going to be lots of special guests, over 200 games on free play, and much, much more. I am going to have more videos related to this event coming soon. Once again, wanted to give a shout out to my good friend Mike Miller and his band Origami for providing me with all of the excellent music for this channel. You can check them out at origami.tumblr.com. Coming soon to Arcade Hollywood, we will have footage from Replay FX 2016. We will visit my friend John Geiger's incredible Arcade Super Awesome. We will have the farewell video for Kerry Cheney's The Place Retro Arcade. And we will have part 2 of Pinball PA, the full access tour. This is a great time to subscribe to this channel. Don't forget, you can check me out on Twitter, Arcade Hollywood at Hollywood Arcade. We are also out there on Facebook and Google+. Please email me with any comments or questions at discohollywood1@gmail.com. All right, this does it for another episode of Arcade Hollywood. Until next time, rock on.